How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of AngelsBobs Plus here in Factorio, episode 107. In today's episode, we're going to try to get the APUs, or the Advanced Processing Units, finished. We have pretty much set up everything we need. In between episodes, I went ahead and upgraded several things. So I upgraded the gemstones to red belt. I upgraded the I fully upgraded the crush stone to blue belt. I also finished fully upgrading the other ore belt to blue belt. I also added in a buffer for copper because I noticed that was beginning to back up. I also, let's see, what else did we do? We fixed something. Oh, we fixed the resin with the catalyst here. We made sure we added ample additional catalysts so that way everything there is functioning. And then I also went ahead and made sure that we fixed a few more little things throughout the factory. But other than that, I think we're ready to continue on our journey. So I got us all the way up to transistors. We have the basic electronic components. We also have integrated circuits, or integrated electronics, my bad. I'll just plop those in there as well. So if we take a look at kind of our planner here, we need to make CPUs. Well, to make CPUs, we already have the gilded wire, we have the silicon wafers, we have sulfuric acid, so we just need the silicon nitrate. We'll make the silicon nitrate, and we basically just need silicon ingots. So how we can do this is going to depend largely on, do we want to send silicon ingots from all the way on the other side of the factory, or do we want to send silicon nitrate from all the way on the other side of the factory? Well, if we go ahead and look at uses for silicon nitrate, we can actually go here, Control F, silicon, we gotta move this, powder, silicon nitrate. So if we take a look, silicon nitrate is used in heat shielding and CPUs. But it is also important to note that regardless of whether we decide to move the nitrate from another area or move the silicon ingots from another area, either way, we're still going to need it in a few key components. So let's take a look at where the nearest silicon ingots are. The closest ones are in the iron area. So we could add a line onto the bus, I suppose, on this kind of weird segment right here. Yeah, I mean, no reason I guess we couldn't. Suppose we could try to sneak it in right here. Sure, let's go for it. Let's go ahead and get that moved over. Why is that one showing? Oh, forgot. When you Helmod is not a fan of when you do weird things. Anyway, hope everybody's been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, as it really helps with the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you've already subscribed, make sure you guys have turned on the little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos, or if I post anything on the community pages. It really helps stay in touch with you guys. If you guys also want to stay in touch for any updates, we're both here on the channel or over on Twitch. Make sure you guys head over to the Twitter. Link for that is down in the description below. I try to post pretty regularly in terms of updating you guys on things, such as if a video is being delayed, or if a stream is happening spontaneously, or really just kind of what's happening in general. Speaking of Twitch, though, if you guys haven't already, head over there. We do stream Fridays and Saturdays. Getting back into the kind of routine of streaming, just because we have had a little bit of a busy schedule recently with, again, school just starting back up and all sorts of other kind of minor things happening, but we're getting back into things for more, more of a consistent kind of vibe. We don't need to continue like that. Let's go like so. And then we'll just go like this. and not accidentally misclick, and then click one of your side buttons on your mouse to then cause you to put away your belt. So, from the timeline that I've roughly estimated is we should be able to finish the series by episode 110. If we can get everything done, and I can get all the prep work in between episodes managed, we should be done very soon. And then episode 111 will probably be the factory tour / the kind of mini look at the Where's Waldo in terms of all the cars that I've lost throughout the factory. So hope you guys have been keeping track. Oh, there's one. So we'll go through and we'll kind of look for all of them together. I do need to grab more yellow belt. I thought it was closer. Maybe. There it is. We're still mining that chrome tinium from basically the very first episode. Or, well, not the very first episode, but early on. It has pretty much continuously been mined without fail. Still 241,000. Will it be mined before the series end? I don't know. I honestly don't think it will. I probably could have put faster miners on it. I just didn't. But then for a while we needed the cobalt, and then when I finally got the cobalt, I just never went around and added miners. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like this is one of those, and I'm not going to say series, but definitely one of the worlds where I didn't really need to go that far for certain resources, and I didn't really end up doing a very extensive train network, I feel like. I don't know. We'll definitely go over all those sorts of things in the final episode of the factory tour, and I will definitely make sure to post blueprints of all of that. I will probably go back through and retroactively add them in the description / pinned comment of all the videos of the series. Yeah, but I will try to go through and get all the blueprints for things, and then hopefully that should be it, but we'll see. And by that I mean I hope to grab all of the major production blocks and stuff, so like the copper thing we made and the steel thing we made, those types of things, but like minor things such as like the bus, I'm not gonna like blueprint this, or things that were made in either haste or fair repetition, such as like this. I'm not gonna blueprint this and put it up, but like this, I might blueprint this and put it on, and like each block, like each production block I might put on, and then I might put a whole one in, we'll see. Or even something like this, like I would probably blueprint this as one whole thing. This I probably wouldn't, like, this is just a minor thing in terms of support. I might blueprint this, or I might just blueprint like one row. It just depends. We'll see. If there is any specific build that you want me to make sure I get a blueprint of, definitely leave that in the comment section below, so just in case it wasn't one that I planned on taking, just so that way I get it in there. So for instance, like a minor build that I might not actually put in would be, well, I don't know, pipe, for instance. For whatever reason, if you really wanted to, or for instance, maybe this train segment, right? This is something I probably wouldn't blueprint and put in. But if you really wanted me to, I would. But if there's definitely something you see that you like and you don't necessarily like, say this green circuit build, right? If you don't want to, pause the video and build it from scratch, or find where I built it, or if I built it between episodes, then by all means, just let me know. I will try to get a build of it, or a blueprint of it. No promises, but I will definitely try when that comes to it. I'm going to pretty much blueprint everything extensively, but yeah, so that will be at the end. So probably Friday is when I'll go ahead and go through and do all that, and then post the blueprints that day / night or Saturday. Anyway, back to this. Let's just go ahead and do something like this. Alright, boop. We're gonna... Do I not have one? Pretty sure we had one. Well, now we have one. Still? Okay, I guess I don't have all the things I thought I had. What is the nitrogen used for? The nitrogen is used for the... Okay, the second process. I see. Let's make sure we have 5 of those. And in case I don't, get them crafting. I think they're this one? Yes. 5. Alright. So now let's go... Nope, it's casting machine. Where is this one? Nope, already done. This one... Okay. So one... Alright. So we go that. Those are building. Okay. So we'll go like that. And let's just make sure that everything gets powered. That needs to be powered. Alright, and then the thing we don't need is the oxygen, so let's go ahead and just get rid of it. No point in keeping it. Alright, and then input, output. Hopefully I dragged it far enough so that I can see it. Yes, I did. Okay. And then we'll just go ahead and throw on a splitter. Silica, or silicon, is a very important resource in this to just be able to use. Because I find it's pretty much used in a lot of different places. Alright, so we need... Okay. And then... let's do something like that. Because it's used both in the iron, and then it's also used in kind of the further tier of things, like as can be seen here. Can we make fast? Not that we need the fast tangent inserters, but I like to have them just in case. Alright, let's also just go ahead and slap that. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so that's all made. And then, okay, so that's good. And that's good. Okay, so now we need the gilded copper wire, silicon wafers, and the nitrate we are making right now. So the nitrate and the gold wire will go on one belt, and the other stuff will go on its own. We'll do something like that. Actually, we don't even need that much belt. I forgot. We are looking at a very fast production run, so it's not really required. Oh, to be very big. Alright, so we'll do something like that. And then something like that should be fine. And then it doesn't particularly matter. Okay. Awesome. And then the gilded copper wire will come down. Certain things I don't like about underground. That is one of them. Okay. Throw in everything we have. And then same process. Long-handed, long-handed. Boop, boop. Cool. And then we'll go like so, like so. Let's look them all for some like, wait, how does that one already have it? Because I put any of the extra components we had in my inventory into that particular one. I guess now that we have range, we want boop, awesome. Alright, and then let's go ahead and grab a splitter. Like so. Like a that, like a that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are getting close. Probably some of these last couple episodes might be a little bit shorter, but then a couple of them might be a little bit longer from so far kind of just the timeline I've planned. So I've done pretty much all the prep up to the APUs, and then there's some prep work I got to do to get the rest of the remaining components, and I'll actually take a look at those here in a second. But let's continue on with this. These are gonna go down. Sulfuric acid really can just come anywhere. Well, actually, it's gonna come from the top. So it's just where I happen to have the sulfuric acid coming from. So it's attached to this. Something like that. Yeah, we'll go something like that. Awesome. Alright. So now we can go ahead and plug everything in, and then should be good. For this, yep, now we have CPUs being made. Awesome, so let's check that off our list. Cool, so now we should be able to fully assemble all our components. So in order to do that, we need 6 of these little guys. Combine pretty much all the electronic components on a processing substrate with some solder, and we will have some advanced processing boards. Alright, so because this requires 3 lines of input, we are going to need quite a bit of extra space to work with. So we'll start there. 3, oh, those 7, okay. So in order to work with this, so we need 1 here. 1 here. An input here. And then finally, an output, which will immediately go into the next one. All right. So in order to pretty much get everything to work, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the solder will come up from the bottom. We kind of have to work with this a little bit finicky. So we can fit 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, okay. You know what? The solder will come in from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 up top. 1 comes from the bottom. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow. Okay. So let's do this then. Didn't say it wasn't gonna look squirrely. because it's definitely gonna look squirrely. Okay, so these three basically can blow from up here. We are gonna need some more red underground. Definitely gonna need some more red underground. So let's go ahead and make some of that right now. What else do we need to make more? We need more bronze. Luckily, we have a entire bus of resources at our fingertips. So while the bronze comes to us, what's actually while we wait for some of these to craft. Oh, you know what? We are making steel gear wheels. I don't know why I still craft these things by hand. We do have a thing set up to make them slightly more efficiently. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves. Oh, those are not. That's not bronze. Where the hell's my bronze? Right there. There's bronze. So let's go ahead and grab the steel gear wheels from up here where we're, you know, making steel gear wheels. We can actually tell the difference, so they look a little bit darker than the iron ones, which yes, yeah, I was gonna say I want to make sure I'm giving the appropriate information on those. So let's go and grab as many as we can, and then let's grab the actual bronze plating we need. No, Hoover, mine. We'll take a look at the stuff we need left here in a minute. Once we go ahead and get this hooked up, and then we get the APUs, and then we'll take a look at kind of what we need. So let's go like that and that. The only science we will have left to pretty much actively put on the science bus, if you will, is rocket science. However, I would say it's kind of important to note, aside from having a bunch of things in my inventory that I don't really need, aside from having space science left, and it's gonna be at the end of the bus, we probably will just put it in one of these really big open areas instead of making it all nice and neatly tucked away. As for where we're gonna get, or how we're gonna get the substrate over here, I'm just gonna route it at the very bottom. Again, it's another one of those, yeah, we are gonna have rocket science at some point, right? I just don't know when, nor do I think it's gonna matter too much as to its speed of getting. Also, after a certain point, in my opinion, a factory is gonna look pretty bad, pretty ugly. It doesn't have to, and by no means should a factory look bad. You know, you should always strive to, you know, maintain some sort of aesthetics in a factory, but can't always help it. Sometimes we do have to make choices, and sometimes those choices lead to us not making great looking factories. Where is solder? Solder is here. So what solder is on the tin? Always like when things work out. I can't quite reach that. There we go. Let's pull solder all the way down. Go ahead and slap a splitter on it. Go like that. Slap some underground preemptively. In case we manage to need lead or tin somewhere further down the line. I highly doubt it. We are getting pretty much near the end. We still have heat. Actually, you know what? We're definitely going to need fast inserters for this. Just the amount of components to be able to keep up. Let's grab some more bronze while we talk. Alright, so we still need to make heat shields. We still need to make processing units. Or rocket control units. Heat shield. And then pretty much just connect everything up. So we're probably a good 1, 2, 3 episodes away from fully finishing. Input, output, input, 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 output, 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 output. Seriously, I need one more. output, 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 output. Alright, so now for something like this, we're just going to use substations just to make sure that everything gets covered. Next part, you there, you there. Inside, outside, inside. Cool. Alright, so now these guys luckily don't require very much. 4 solid inputs and a liquid input, which means we can fit everything on one side. Thankfully, we can fit everything on one side. Pretty much most of the components. We need green circuits. Fondly enough, we actually need green circuits for this as well, so. We also need blues. Which are on the bottom. And then we need chrome. So let's go ahead and get that pulled over as well while we are here. And then cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of fast underground while we go ahead and throw in splitter. Underground, splitter. Wait. Splitter. Cool. The reason I did this is just to avoid kind of a weird, like, double underground. Now, you could put it here. I just chose to put it here. Either one works, really, as long as the machines are getting what they want. Or rather, what they need in order to function. Doesn't really matter if you put the splitter. Hell, you could have put the blue circuits first and the green circuits on the end. Any order, I suppose. Any old order should work just fine. Oh yeah, so then the chrome, this. And then let's go ahead and throw some power poles in here, just to, you know, get everything powered up. And as always, get to some cool. And so now we just have to add some acid. Let's go ahead and check that off. So now we gotta go grab ourselves some nitric acid. And if you guys remember, actually I might not have shown you between episodes. At some point we made nitric acid up in the PetroChem area. Up here. It is connected. Oh, actually, you know what? No, if you guys remember correctly, this is actually the excess, or not really excess, but the additional nitric acid we made in order to help offset the demand by our refining process. I'm just gonna run it straight up because it's basically right there. This really should not interfere with anything, so we should be just fine. Ah, crap, ow, crap, ow, 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 ow. I forgot. Hostile ruins. Very hostile ruins. We are not going to run anywhere near that. Good thing it doesn't shoot my things. Ooh, that hurt. First hostile we've had to face the entire game, and we almost died. That would have been very embarrassing. I would be ashamed if we died to a non-train entity first. It would be very shameful to die to anything other than a train, as a true Factorio engineer would die. Alright. Boop. Alright, so the nitric acid should be plugged in. We should be seeing circuits. And we are. Good job, guys. We got our APUs. Alright, so let's take a look at the remaining components we need in order to get rockets. So we go ahead and take a look. Oh, cap lock are on. Doesn't matter. Alright, so in order to get the engines, we have tungsten. We just need to make tungsten gear wheels, throw them in with some plate. Bam, we have rocket engines. Awesome. To get the rocket parts, these are what are made inside of the rocket silo. We have the rocket fuel. We can get the rocket engines once we, put some assemblers down for that. LDS we already know how to make, and technically we're already making. We will make a dedicated LDS production line just for rockets. Rocket control units are one of those other components we need to make, along with heat shielding. So those are two components we can take a look at here in a sec. We still need to also make the nitinol. I can't remember if we have concrete somewhere. I know we have the concrete brick for production, but I don't know if we have the like placeable concrete from vanilla. It should be very, very similar either way, so we can probably make it pretty instantly in all honesty. So the heat shielding element needs silicon nitrate, and then tungsten carbide plates, which the carbide plates we can get by this, which just requires tungsten oxide. Basically, it's just tungsten with a slightly different recipe. And then as for the, what was the other component? As for the silicon nitride that we can get through this, right? Silicon powder, nitrogen gas, we're already making it because we need it for the CPUs. So pretty straightforward. As for the rocket control units, we just need speed module zeros, which just require a little bit of research. We actually have to research them, which I think is funny. We need them, but we also need to research them. Again, some mod updated, something happened. I don't know what. But as you can see, they're not too problematic. Advanced control circuit or advanced circuits we're already making. Speed module 0 cable harness, pretty straightforward. We're already making the productivity modules, so again, this isn't super hard and it's not rocket science, to say the least. Although it is on the path to rocket science. And then we already are making the rocket fuel, right? So we're pretty close. And then nitinol isn't too hard if I... That was chrome. It's over here. Right here. Right here. It's just titanium and nickel. It really isn't too complicated. I mean, we should be able to get to launching our first rocket by the end of the week. And then maybe we'll take a look, a couple bonus episodes maybe, just kind of exploring the space assembly stuff. But I probably won't get too far into it. It's a mod I haven't really played before, so I don't know how extensively I want to play it, at least in terms of compatibility with this mod pack. Because from what I've seen of it, it appears to be more of a mod pack that you'd play like on top of vanilla, or well, this mod, not necessarily mod pack. You'd play on top of vanilla, or you'd play in a couple other scenarios, but not necessarily the one we're on. I'll still take a look at it because it does seem very interesting and kind of Star Trek-y. But yeah, we'll see. All right, well, I think that does it for today, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave those down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.